Welcome to the Knowledge Peel series. We'll be presenting Work Package 5, Communication and Dissemination. My name is Sarah Bosk, and I'm here with my colleague, Wenda.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wenda, and we are here today to spread in the make word.
Yeah, we're going to go through a few slides today, and basically we're just going to focus on the communication and dissemination part of this project. So the different phases that we've gone through is the co-design, plan, and implement parts. The first one was a very creative and open consultation sessions. We involved all partners in order to co-design and co-create together. Then we planned according to the findings that we found in this co-design phase, and then we implemented all the findings as in a design and visual identity. This first phase was a lot of fun, actually, because we used Miro and Jamboards, but they were also like very well planned in order to create the right exercises for all the partners to get involved and to have their say. These are the partners that are involved in the project. They are shown in this map, so it's easier to locate them. They are spread across Europe and Africa. The first thing we asked them was to share their consortium details, name, address, etc. Then we shared their logo. We asked them to share their logo in the correct format, fill a doodle to make sure that we could all meet and have as many opinions as possible, and of course enjoy the consultation sessions. The first thing we asked was input. So we asked them to get like a mood board, get inspired, upload a photo of their workspaces or anything that could represent them, represent their organization. Then we talked about the tone. Branding personality has to speak in a personality, in a tone frame, in a way. It has to respond to an emotion or a specific intention. So you can see here all the different kind of like, contraries and opposites emotions, sorry. Then we asked them who would they think could be involved in the project. So a stakeholder mapping to see in a visual way who was involved, either makers, local communities, governments, designers, school teachers, citizens. So in these circles, each partner could choose who would they be talking to mostly, and then see who could we be addressing with this project identity. Again, more emotions, another mood board. We placed 3 main options with different colors, and we asked each partner to speak about the likelihood, but also how much would those colors represent the project. So you can see here on the right-hand side, the different dots that show very clearly how did they feel about the liking and the mood and the representation. Okay, so phase 2, how are we going to plan ahead? How are we going to implement those findings from the co-design session? In this phase, we mostly worked on 2 deliverables that had to be ready at a very early stage of the project. So planning from the start, the communication, dissemination, and outreach plan, that was, in this case, deliverable 5.5. It's very important to explain here that this involved the whole project partners, and yes, it's led by IAC, but it involves the whole project and all partners in terms of for the plan, we're maximizing the impact and the outputs and the results. So the strategy of the plan covers 3 main areas: the outreach, the dissemination, and the communication. They are synonyms. They can be quite easily be mistaken, but we make sure that, in each of these areas were slightly clarified and differentiated between each other. In this plan, it's very important to focus on the audiences, which we obviously already did a bit of previous work in the co-design phase with that mood board that we looked at. And basically, the whole plan reaches and benefits the general public, but also these target audiences that we went through from the mood board. Now, the fun part is the implementation, of course, after we've gone through the co-creation and the planning and the deliverables, of course, then we have this basically designing a personality in order to implement the visual branding. This project identity involves the second deliverable, but also from the very beginning of the project, from month 3. And the visual identity is to further project the project. So it's a public exposure and in order to maximize its recognition and its outreach. The brand is worth noticing that it's licensed under open source principles. The identity applications are within the project goes beyond the deliverable, and it is spread across obviously the website, but also templates, the storytelling, the personality that we were talking about, and of course social media and other graphics. Here we can see a few of these applications, of these project identity applications. We can see the Zoom backgrounds that actually I'm currently using in this presentation. We can see the avatars for social media. So that's the profile photos, the adaptations of it, and also a few of the stickers that we've also done in a co-creation session following the implementation. This is a flyer. So this is a very specific example of how that visual branding can be applied. This has also a QR code, so when it's taken to events or any physical interaction, this brochure/flyer can be handed over. Website, a very important resource within the project where the identity has to be very well thought and implemented across the different sections that we can see on the top right-hand side. So not only the presentation and the intro about, but also the community resources, events, blog posts, contact and press pages. Social media, always, you can see the avatar like that I was talking about. That's just the M for the Make project. Sometimes that shows very small. We cannot have the full logo. So this is an adaptation for social media of the branding. Here you can see the Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn and Facebook profiles. And we're coming to the end of presentation. Here on the right-hand side, you can see a few more of the assets of the project, of the visual branding. And yeah, here we reach the final phase of the project identity, the communication, the dissemination, and the outreach.